Good morning, everybody. My name is Corey Rosen, and you're listening to the Story Podcast. Today, I have on a super awesome guest, Mr. Kid Rose.
Yes, sir. What's going on, guys? Your boy Kid Rose, XOXO.
Kid Rose is a young artist musician from Lancaster, PA, also known as the Red Rose City. With his new album, Roses in February, he paves a brighter door for the music industry. This artist is filled with integrity, love, and admiration for his hometown. The world is yours. Shine bright even through the darkest times. Kid Rose is also known to say, to everyone who genuinely supports him, let's rose together. Kid, how you doing today?
I'm doing great, man. How you doing?
Good, man. So tell me, how did you get involved in music to begin with? Where did it all start for you?
So I wanted to start producing at first. Like I just wanted to be when I was younger. I just wanted to be like I'm only 23, so I ain't that young. But I just wanted to be like the next Pharrell, Dr. Dre, or Diddy or something like that, and just be like a build an artist. You know what I'm saying? Before doing music, I just wanted to be a songwriter. And I don't know. From there, I just was like, all right, I got something that's deeper than that. And then somebody I lost tragically, just wanted to do music, like, they just wanted to be a singer or a rapper, so from there, I just kinda just carried on the legacy, and then I ain't think it was gonna work, but it's working.
So, where did it lead you to?
Led me to where I am today. I mean, I'm on my 6th album now. I'm about to drop a 7th. At first, it was a slow buildup, um, but I just had kept faith and just kept consistent, and then after that, slowly they started reaching over 1,000,000 streams, and then from there, I just I don't know how to explain it. It just I started getting hit ups from Kevin Rudolph, Jay Sean, Cyndi Lauper is one of my mentors, Pedro Alegria, um, Lil Susie. I could keep going, and these are just like cosigns, and so those were like confirmations for me, and then just carried
So you're coming out with your seventh album. Where did it start from? What was your songwriting process from your beginning to where it is now?
on. It's a good question. It's a very good question. Okay, so the I started out with "They Rose Through the Concrete," and I was just writing, but during that time, like, I had a I had a warrant out for my arrest, if I could speak on it, and then,
Hmm.
just like I was young, a lot of growth happened, and, man, just the first album was just like I just got out of jail. My daughter, she was born, and then literally as soon as I got out, I just hit the studio, called up Obeya, and then we just working. And then the whole thing was like a whole blueprint plan of how we wanted to just brand Kid Rose from the start. And but the writing process, creative process was just like I don't know, like every time I'm working on one album, I'm already working on the next one. Or the next one, or I'm like, all right, that song could go for XOXO. That other song could go for Rose to the Concrete, or we can make a part two trilogy to that. Um, but I'm sorry, what was the question again? Sorry.
How has your songwriting process changed over your albums?
Oh, definitely greater. It just changed it just greater, got way better. Started working on like the hooks. I was so bad at them. And then once I got my weak point out the way, it then became my strong point. And then so I just kept working towards the hooks and then the rest followed. But the creative process and the writing process just been greater because I had a lot of like uh great mentors that um corrected a lot of things and um, put me in the direction where it's like, all right, I really want to do this. But when I first started doing music, I was doing positive music, and then I started doing negative music, and then I realized that I wasn't doing negative music. I was doing very great music with positive intent, and so people just perceived it a little different. But um, I'm going too deep. I'm
No,
sorry
you
about
no, go
that.
for it. Go. And the point of this podcast is to go as deep as we can.
Oh yeah, for sure.
So I'm curious, when did you first start your albums? When did you start writing?
I've been doing music for years, like young. I started out as my name is Strado, and then I tried the lyrical thing. I can get lyrical, you know what I'm saying? I could rap, but I don't I don't really like rapping. I like making music. I like making music I could feel like. I love melodies. I don't know. It's like I'll just be like, it'd be like 3 in the morning, and I'm just like, I'm thinking of a melody, and then I'll go on my voice notes and I'll record it, and then I'll go back to it and like, all right, so I'll just use that. Oh wait, I got this one for that one beat. It'll sound great, and it'll be like a year ago or something like that. Usually when I'm like just feeling really like in my element, and yeah. I'm sorry. I feel like we getting so deep. That's good. It's a good question. What was the question again? I'm so
When did
sorry.
you first start writing?
Years ago. So I was actually I was probably like 14, 14, 15, and I ain't really think it would be as what Kid Rose will become today. So I started songwriting for like my friends and stuff like that. They wanted to do music. The one was like a Christian singer, sound really good. We did a song together, and it sounded like just it was just really great. Frankie Davis recorded it, and then from there I was like, all right, so this is something that writing has way more deeper. I should just keep writing, just put it like that. But I was writing for years. I still write to this day. I'll freestyle, but um, I want the audience to really feel me and feel the energy. I'd be like crying in the studio for real. And we'll keep the takes too, like as I'm recording and crying because it just sounds more like raw. But it's been years. It's been years.
So, let's talk about the Kid Rose and all that branding process that you were talking to me about.
Yeah.
Why Kid Rose?
The Red Rose City. But so at first I was like, all right, I'm gonna do music for like not just the city, but it's like, all right, I'm coming out of the Red Rose City. I want to bring some positive color and everything like that. Um, but then eventually I'm an artist for the world. I'm a universal artist. So I was like, all right, everybody feels like this good feeling when they interact with me, encounter me, talk to me in any way, or just listen to my songs. So I'm like, all right, so let's bring this as a more bigger brand. Everybody who sees the rose is like you'll feel good about it. You know
Mhm.
what I'm saying? So, and for me, it's like if I enter like you know anybody's life, it's like all right, it's a rose, so it's like a good thing in the cold and the hot. Um, but there's this actually crazy story. So my one of my old producers told me, and basically is this guy who like goes to this place, this realm where basically he goes to all these different levels of like, uh down there, you know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
And so when he gets to the last like the last level of triumph, whatever the part was, he saw a rose. And so he was basically signifying as like God or something. So I'm not signifying myself as God, but I feel like just like the closest thing to it, I feel like I'm just like a harp. I feel like I'm a harp, and that's my only purpose. I think that's about it.
So where is that taking you? The Kid Rose. Where are some places that you've gone because of this, or that some experiences that you would have never had otherwise?
Um, I think I think the craziest is growing up, and I'm looking at all these idols. Like I used to wake up, early in the morning, obviously for school, and I'll put on MTV or 106 a Park or something like that, and I'm just like really truly inspired by all these different artists, and I looked at them as role models and inspirations, and then now being like in the same chair as them, and like I've seen multiple artists in the studio that I didn't think I would ever see, but I wouldn't say anything. And not because I as in like, oh yeah, I'm nervous, I don't wanna say nothing. It's like we
It's knowing your place, right?
yeah,
Yeah,
like we're
yeah.
in the same place. Like with now it's like I don't see anybody as role models. I'll talk to people and some people are like, post a picture with that artist and be like, oh yeah, we're gonna work or um this artist just texted me, blah blah blah. It's like, bro, I don't see them as like how I used to see them. So I think that's the probably the craziest experience. But what it took me is just like it took me on a different just realm. You know what I'm saying? Before Kid Rose, I think I would say just me. My name is Isaiah, so me being Isaiah, a lot of people look past that, and then once I'm in Kid Rose mode or in that in that in this position now, like a lot of people are like, it's hard not to notice me. It's weird. It's so weird. So I think that's the craziest experience. Like,
So I want to get into your music a little bit. We have some
yes,
of your
sir.
songs here. What do you want to play first?
We could hit him off with Free Fall.
Sure. So tell me about Free Fall and tell me about the process of writing that.
So Free Fall, I cried during this track. It was more like, since a lot of people put me in the box and thought I was just like a singer, melodic artist, and then um I just like making great music. So Free Fall is just like, I'm really I'm 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 falling on my knees and I'm seeing all these people um that are slowly turning into me. You know what I'm saying? I'm being very honest, and the same people kind of put me down as the same people who then saw me and then wanted to give me a, like, congratulations. So it's like y'all saw me falling on my knees and I've been falling down and free falling, but then I'm actually picking myself back up. And so you'll hear it in the song.
This is
Uh,
Free Fall by Kid Rose.
Yeah, I'm free falling, my dreams calling, the theme call it. The world is yours, if I change it now, they'll keep falling. I see that bigger the picture, the vision, dream for it. Running out of time, I might as well just sing a theme on it. For all my brothers and sisters, believe you'll see through it. Give yourself the time and the patience, you'll have a dream for it. Running out of time, running out of words. Do this for the vision, not the money, so the dreams balling. Yeah, look, I see they hate me, but face me, better think on it. I got my mind on this purpose, call with my dream to it. So much hate, I've been getting called for the things ruined. Yeah, look, I see the evil right through them, they gotta pray something. So much cap when they rapping, they need a lace funding. My lady realer than Holly Stars, better say something. And when it calls, I'ma head up to the stars somewhere. Ain't showing love, and I'm a god. I've been tripping, trying to get it to you. Can you decide? This loving just might carry the hate and this over side. Slow it down, runners up. 7 froze, they call me up. I'm falling on my 3 sides. They see signs just coming up. I'm trapped up, but they looking like a decon. Summer's up. My time is now. My only goal just riding out. Let's go.
And that was Free Fall by Kid Rose. So tell me, was that all you playing like guitar and stuff like that? Did you write that music or was that
Nah. That was just it was just the beat. But a lot of the pause parts, mixing parts in there, the my producer engineer at the time was doing it. And yeah, that was actually mostly all freestyle. And I don't know how to explain it.
it works?
Yeah, it worked. It worked.
So we were kind of talking in between the song, and you mentioned how you were in jail not too long ago,
Yeah.
and you went through the system, and how did that affect you as a person, as a citizen, and as a
Yeah.
musician?
I think just as a citizen, like, you don't want to get, like, too like in the mix of or following the crowd of everybody looking like, and I wouldn't say looking like everybody, but just like some people put you in that category, like, all right, he's just like every other artist and every rapper or something like that. But as an artist, like, and just in general, like, I never really, it never affected me. You know what I'm saying? I just was like, all right, I gotta go harder. I got 3 kids now, so like I gotta, like, I can't do that. I gotta really tap into something. This is something greater.
You gotta shape
Um,
up a little bit.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, for sure, for sure.
So you got 3 kids, and you're doing music as well. Is this your full time job, or is this a side project for you?
This is really full time. This is really full time. I wish I can give the gems to a lot of artists, like how to really make money off of this and take it to where you want to take it. But um, we'll have to sit down. We'll have to sit down for a while. But just yeah, I have 3 kids, and I really pay attention to what I say in my music because I know in the future, long run, if I'm not here and my kids are listening for some type of inspiration or being led by their dad, like I don't want to say the wrong thing. So
So tell me a little bit about that impacting generations, impacting the youth. Do you want to convey that in your music at all? What's the message you want to get to the young folks?
yeah. So I might say something that might affect others. You know what I'm saying? I wish well for every artist. I really do. But I don't think anybody has put as much influence um, from the hometown like as much as me. The real goal is just like I'm just trying to give light, give people some type of inspiration to, I was my own inspiration being in jail or being alone or being depressed. And this whole story, this whole journey has literally just been me. You know what I'm saying? I had a lot of people around me, a lot of love around me. Shout out to everybody that do support and love me, you know what I'm saying? But it's been a very like misunderstanding journey. So I think just the goal is just to just keep shedding light, keep bringing light, you know what I'm saying? Um, but other than that, I don't know. I don't think there's anybody that put as much influence as me down here. So,
In what
you
ways
know,
have you done that?
no cameras,
No cameras.
no cameras. Straight authentic. In other words, like every move or it's been like off camera, it's been just straight authentic. It's been I don't know. I don't know how to explain it. It's like I don't know. I wish I can give people like a movie and what they see from my eyes and how much influence it be put on people. It's scary because then people have high expectations. They expect so high of you each time. Even on the worst days. You know.
So you talked about monetization and little ways you can do that. You
hmm
mentioned you had a song in a movie.
Yeah.
How'd that come about?
Yeah, shout out to Kirk Kellicon. I love you, brother. I'm so thankful. It's called A Star Without a Star. It's a Juanita Moore story, and it's a documentary, and we've been in the talks for it. Or he talked to me about it about like 3 years ago, and took like a 2 year process, a year process. In the midst of that, I was doing acting, and so I was just trying to pursue that. But then we had landed the music role onto the film, and then agent wanted me to do an album for Europe. And shout out to Europe, but the type of sound they wanted me to do wasn't in my interest. So then from there we just carried on with the movie. And yeah, it's great. It's literally Juanita Moore. She's an actress. She had just got a star in the Hollywood, the the walk or the downtown area, but she was supposed to get one and she didn't. And so Kirk was is his that's his grandmother. So he was
Mm.
trying to get a star for his grandmother. And yeah,
And so you were an actor. Were you outside of Lancaster for that or
both,
both?
both. Yeah, I'm still in the works of it. You know, um, and the reason why I did wanted to pursue that was just so I can make more movies out of like the music videos and um you get a lot of more money in film than music. That's
Oh,
like
for
one
sure.
gem. Yeah.
Yeah, no, absolutely. And ways to do that just for excuse my voice just decided to leave me. A few ways to do that is through taxi.com or submithub.com.
Oh, yeah,
You can
yeah,
do it through those. I know
yeah,
that as a music composer myself, working with
yeah,
film, or even there's a great film industry here in Lancaster City as well. You
yeah,
just have to find it. There's Facebook groups you can go
yeah,
to and find it through there. So if you
yeah,
want to start doing that and get linked up that way, it's a great way to do it.
yeah, music composing, search that up. It's Y'all search that up, man. Tap into that.
So you wanted to be an actor. Why? Is this still
So
something? Sorry, is this still something you want to do, or
no, it's definitely something I want to do. All right, so Kid Rose for me, like I don't be like I'm so inspired by Kid Rose. It's so crazy that like I wish I could meet me and just have a conversation with me. So like it's like a character for me. So I realize, being in that character and then being Isaiah is like it's so different. It's so different. It's like being an actor. So, when Carrey is like just regular living, and then somebody's like, yo, you're that dude from the mask, and then he might just do something that's like apart from the mask or something. Um, I don't know. I feel like I have so many different sides to me if you know me, or like because I'm a real person. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm a real person. Like I got feelings. You know what I'm saying? I do a lot of sad music. I do a lot of love music. You know what I'm saying? But um, I just got different sides to me. So I would like to explore. I think everything in life. I want to try everything in life. I don't care what it is, what I got to go through for. I want to try everything. I think acting is just one of them as well. Um,
so what's one thing that you want to do but you haven't done yet?
that's good. Um, damn, I'm sorry. That's a good question. I'm not sure. I've tried everything so far that I have wanted to try. So,
So what's one of the most unreachable things that you wanted to try and you got the chance to do it?
um, I think I would either say performing in front of a big audience, or um, I guess the song on the film. But the reason why I say performing in front of a big audience, so like I'm introvert. You know what I'm saying? I don't like to be around
So
anybody.
we're half the people on this
Yeah,
podcast,
you know what I'm
including
saying?
me.
Yeah, like I don't like, but I think it's because how like when you're creative, it's you tend to be very misunderstanding by how you create. So,
Mm.
but especially like being in front of like an audience, like man, I would I was a quiet kid growing up, you know what I'm saying? But I literally observed everything, was aware of everything anybody said, like how anybody treated me, anything like that. So it's very important. But once I got there and I'm in that stage, it's just
It's a
you ever
light
watch?
bulb.
Yeah,
Something turns on.
it just
Yeah.
switches on, and I'm not there no more. The lights are down. It's nothing but flashes. I'm in Madison Square Garden. Even if there's two people in the crowd, I'm performing like there's like at least 100,000.
So tell me, what was it like to perform at the big gig? What was that?
Which one?
Your big performance.
Um, it was I forget which one. I don't know off top. I've had a good amount of shows, but um, I don't know. I was just nervous. I was nervous. Then I got on stage, and then the light switch turned on, and it was just from there. Then I saw it right before everybody. I performed. Everybody was just like, okay, we cool in, waiting for the next artist. And then after I performed, the energy changed, and so I think that was it.
Talking about energy, we have. I want to get into another one of your songs.
Yeah.
So, what one do you want to bring up now? XO or Lander?
We could do dang, let's do XO.
All right, tell me about this one. It's kind of like your flagship almost, isn't it?
Yeah, yeah. So XOXO, nobody knows this, but like it's a love symbol. It's like when Batman has his light out into the air for Kid Rose. But I had rebirthed myself so many times, but the last rebirth was XOXO. So it's like Kid Rose 2.0. Um, it's everything. It's an everything artist. It's everything. But this is a melodic song I think you guys will rock with a lot.
So, tell me a little bit about the process and the message behind it.
Um, so basically, I'm saying like I can love this woman through the dark and through at all costs, and then also at the same time, um, a lot of people try to bring me down for this love, and but I've come back, and I'm being strong. You know what I'm saying, for this love. So it's a little bit deeper than it. It's deeper, but that's kind of a freestyle as well. So
Well, this is Kid Rose XOXO. Take a listen.
Yeah, baby, I can love you through the dark. Let's go next yeah, it don't matter what's the cost. Yeah, baby, I can love you through the dark. Rain it, I'm feeling withdrawal. Yeah, I can only really see the stars. It don't matter what's the talk. Yeah, they don't really wanna see us ball. I can show you, don't get lost. Yeah, follow me, I'll lead the way to stars. Live it up, lavish right after I'm glowed. Tripping like I've been around, but that's ghost. I ain't got no time for love, my heart is in the code. They went to set me up, I never fold. But I ran it up, karma's a real I mean, y'all done set me up straight to the top with my wings and my head is on. Got no time but for my dreams. I'm a rebel and stand up for all of my things. All my heart is and you cannot me, I'm running for the hill. Never folding if they try to knock me off, I'm going hell. They been running off and telling lies about me, I'm just real. I'm just standing tall, no crossing over me, I might just kill. Yeah, it's been a long time. Yeah, got no time for enemies that switch sides. Yeah, never folding under pressure, decline. Yeah, running for the stars, it's been a long time. It don't matter what's the cost. Yeah, baby, I can love you through the dark. Rain it, I'm feeling withdrawal. Yeah, I can only really see the stars. It don't matter what's the talk. Yeah, they don't really wanna see us ball. I can show you, don't get lost. Yeah, follow me, I'll lead the way to stars. See the stars.
And that was XOXO by Kid Rose. So you got a new album coming out. Tell me about what's coming in this new album.
yeah, so the recent project I just dropped is called Roses in February. Definitely do check that out.
What a good album!
7 bangers. Yeah, it's just a beautiful project. And just so anybody doesn't know this, but I really put like really like strong detail to everything, to the cover art, to the song, brother. Like everything like is very supposed to be where it's at.
This is
You know?
every almost album of yours has something Rose themed in it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. It all leads up to my last project. So I definitely already planning like a retirement project. It's so crazy.
Really?
Yeah, or a project where like posthumous, you know what I'm saying, where I'm not here. So I really life is short, you know what I'm saying? And I don't want to like go out from this earth without saying what I really want to say, you know what I'm saying, and really give that Sean light. But I'm gonna drop another project. It's actually called the Rose Lost Files, and these are a whole bunch of songs that this is the pre-project before the next album. And I don't want to say the album yet name, but these are just a bunch of files where basically like didn't make the other projects. And so,
These are the rejects, so to speak.
yeah, that's actually the Rose Rejects.
The
That'd be
Rose
better.
Rejects.
Yeah. Yeah. It's just a whole bunch of good like songs that I really did like, but just didn't match up with the project and how the stories were told. So I just want to put those together.
So you like to do albums the old-fashioned way, where there's a story to it.
Yeah. Intro, outro, like I really like I'll do like one love song, one lit song, one love song, and then a lyrical song or something like that. But yeah.
That's interesting because that's a dying art form.
Yeah. Yeah. It's a canvas.
Yeah.
It's a whole canvas for sure.
So out of all of these quote unquote reject songs, what was one of your, or here's a better question, what's one of your favorite songs you've ever written and why?
That's a great question. I'm gonna go with one, and I'm gonna say why. I'm gonna say two of them. All right, so one, it's like baby, it's your love, and so like it's a song called Love, but I'm literally like, I'm not gonna lie to you, while recording that song and then everything I was going through at that time, like I was really like I was just not I was just under the influence to the point where it was like nothing mattered. I I really wanted to end myself. Like it was just straight like
You
I'm done
lost
with
all
this life.
will.
I
Yep.
lost it. You know, I forget the kid roles, forget everything that was going on in my life, everything positive. I let one little negative seed overweigh everything that was positive in my life. But that was the greatest part because then I turned that negative seed to a positive seed, and love is nearly 1 million streams. So like I was like, okay, this is something that I know that every time I have a negative situation going on, I could switch that to a positive, and then we dropped the video for that and all that.
So yeah, it's always interesting how because that's how music works, right? All the
Yeah,
negative experiences turn into something positive.
yeah,
So yeah, and you had another song you wanted to mention.
yeah. I would say it's an old song of mine. It's called "The Road Is Yours." And the reason why I really like this song a lot, I was young, you know what I'm saying? If you go back to it, I'm gonna be very honest with you. I love all my songs. Like I put a lot into like every song that I'm making. I'm like, this is a hit. This is gonna take me out the hood. Every song, didn't matter what it is. Like I don't even my worst track, I want to give you my best, you know. So I like The World Is Yours because I'm young. I was like 17 and I'm dreaming. And I look back at that song and I'm like inspired by my younger self, you know, and it motivates me a lot. Um, but in that time, I'm saying the world is yours to people. It's going around other people's ears and stuff like that. And then to find out that it's one of my top tracks right now. So I just like those songs just based off the influence, but there's a lot of heartfelt songs, that I like a lot.
Yeah, it's
Um,
always hard. I always like to ask that question because every artist is like, "Oh, I like all my songs."
yeah, yeah. You mind if I say a little quick part of
Go
one
for
though?
it. Go for
I
it.
say one of the best things I've ever said during the song is like, I said, stars are done for gold to dust. Yeah, ran it up. The young came up. Look, I've been start the one to talk, and I'ma keep on going. And so basically, it's like me talking about like all the old stars are going down to dust, and they're passing away and stuff like that. And now the young came up, and now I'm starting, and I'm the one to talk. And so like,
Yeah, that's a
yeah.
great idea for another podcast show. I should do Genius with local
Oh,
artists.
like a lyrical breakdown.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
You ever seen those videos with
Yeah.
Genius? Yeah,
You should.
I should totally do
You
that.
should.
Up in the works. So, tell me, you already have a retirement thing going on. Is and like a post homers whatever it is
Yeah.
thing going. Why? And are you expecting to die soon, or are you expecting to retire soon? What's going on?
Um, okay. Damn, I'm about to get so deep. I love music. I love creating music so much. Like I love it, but it's it's um it's very overwhelming and it's draining at the same time because you I so I make it's probably for me because I make a new song every day. Like I have to do at least like three. Even if I'm drained out, even if I'm having a bad day, even if I'm having writer's block, I'm gonna find a beat. I'm gonna find something. And eventually it kind of like I've done like every melody so far that I'm thinking of. I know I could do more and there's greater more coming, but it's still overwhelming at the same time. So I think long run, where I'm like established where I want to be, and the income is very established, and my kids are good. I just want to stop doing music, and I don't want it to get uh further, and it increases of me being a target. You know what I'm saying? Because
Mm.
I say some really like things that shouldn't be said, that can heal the spirit or the heart. And some people don't like that, And so, but posthumous, I don't wanna go away as like just like this 23-year-old young American passed away. Nah, like I wanna know that when I left here, every seed that I have ever planted, was used to its best advantage, or I inspired at least one person. If I can inspire at least one person, I'll I'll I'll
That's
be all
it.
right.
Yeah.
Other than my kids, but I'll
Right.
be all right. Yeah, I'll be all right. But retiring, I know that sounds crazy, right? I was actually planning on retiring last year. I don't want to say the last project name yet, but I was gonna do that last year. I was like, I'm done doing music. I want to get into acting and just stop the music tip. But you see the numbers, and then I wish I could show you my numbers right now, or I could show the live, but not the live radio care. But but you see that, and then you have people around you that like really, really uplifting you, and um, so that kind of yeah. But then depression kicked in, so and then that's the only reason why is I think depression, creativity, and artists and your spirit. Oh my goodness, it's like you have to really align all of that. You have to really like whatever you do in life as you're evolving, you're gonna go through depression because a lot of people are not gonna understand your vision, and that's what's gonna make it very complicated. But you just have to break that shell. You have to believe in yourself. You have to give yourself faith because there's no hope. And you just have to really like go all in. It's all in now or regret later on down the line. You know what I'm saying?
So you kind of alluded to this a little bit beforehand. But what do you want to do after you retire from music? You said you want to go into acting. Is there anything else you really
Yeah,
want to hit on?
I'm gonna be honest with you. I want to do acting, but I just want to be like A&R. You know,
A and R.
I just want to be. So I manage a record label. It's called Roseville Records.
I see.
Yeah, and I just want to like eventually. I just want to build artists in the future and you know show them the way and how I came up. I'm still coming up, but there's gems that has been shared with me that um that is just like you gotta pay for it, you know. So
Yeah, it's always a little bit of investment to do.
for sure, yo, every time.
So we have one of your last songs that we have today,
Yeah.
Lander. Tell me about this one.
This is called At Me. So I'm gonna drop a music video to it April 7th. 7 is my favorite number, lucky number. Um, it was just a point in my time where it was just like it's based on Playboy Cardi's comeback. So he dropped a song called At Me, and then he just like blew back up, and everybody just strung back to his wave again. But it's just like me coming back. I'm in the game. I'm heading through the doors now. Um, People that's got something to say, you just gotta at me. I ain't looking for trouble. I'm cool with everybody. You know what I'm saying?
Well, this is At Me by Kid Rose.
I'm just saying though, I've been going in my end, they ain't got it faded so. My songs are heading for the laws now, really going far, yeah. I ain't even thought, so let me show you what I lost, yeah. I've been in the war for the energy for stars, I'm the talk of roads behind my heart and I'ma fall out. Yeah, chains off, I've been dubbing all that Jezebel, I cannot stand low. I came up from staying on the floors, I sing in stadiums. They was trying to keep me down, I love it, I'm on radio. I'm moving bitches like I'm juice, yeah. This is start a rebirth, I got kids and if you knew, yeah. I'm a lover heart that cannot stop me, here's a clue, yeah. I will go through anything, I'm smarter than these fools, yeah. Heading through them doors now, money in the car now. Got somebody on the as they mad at us, we bossed out. I been in my Cardi, me, I can feel the love now. Got no time to love me, you don't love me, I don't fall down. Oh, oh. Heading through them doors now, money in the car now. Got somebody on the as they mad at us, we bossed out. I been in my Cardi, me, I can feel the love now. Got no time to love me, you don't love me, I don't fall down. Oh, oh.
And that was At Me by Kid Rose. So tell me, we're going to move into a time of just general questions I'd like to ask all
Yeah.
artists. So if you have a question for Kid Rose, be sure to leave it in the comments. We'll get around to it. And so the first question I have, you came from a bad household, a broken family, as it were. So, what is some of the advice that you would give to those in similar situations, and how to get out of it, how to see the light out of that?
Okay, that was a Nardwar, question. I didn't even know how you knew that, but you got it very, very spot on. That was how'd you know
You
that?
told me.
Oh, yeah. My apologies, folks. Um, yeah, so, alright, so, dang, I wish I could get too very, very deeper, but, um, man, where do I start? Is it wa I've had a very struggling childhood. I'm not gonna lie to you. Upbringing, it was just crazy. I was sleeping in studios. I was sleeping on the floor in my sister's house. You know what I'm saying? Like, it was very bad. But it was like one day I was just sitting there and I'm just like, dang, like I'm rapping all this positivity and everything like that. But
You living in squalor.
I'm living, yeah. I even had like Best Worst X. He came to the room and he was recording, doing vlogging. I'm just like, nah, bro, get the jail mattress that I'm sleeping on. Get it, like get it in the video. He didn't get it, but I wanted people to know, like, yo, I'm making all this great like radio music in a jail mattress bed, pillow, no case. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm like, it was just like, all right, I gotta see the positivity in that. But just being in jail was just like that was that startup point. Um, it's kinda like it's all on how you perceive reality. So you just gotta really just let people, like, they're gonna come at you. It's like little pebble rocks they're gonna keep throwing at you every time you take a step, every time you take a walk, or the roses in front of you. People are gonna throw roses in front of you, and some of them are gonna blossom, and some of them are gonna die. It's like it's really on you. Like, man, I wish I can like really like hold the audience right now and let them know, like, you can literally do anything you put your mind to. Like, and it's not me just saying that. Like, I manifested this when I was younger, and it's just it's like a dream. I feel like I'm sleepwalking, you know. But any advice, just like be your authentic self, be yourself, and a lot of people are believers and not believers, but keep God first. And if you don't keep God first, at least keep yourself first. You know what I'm saying? Not in a selfish way, but a selfless way, so the people around you could win as well. Because what your decisions do not only affect you, but they affect a lot of people around you.
I was gonna say, making sure your circle is a good one, not a bad one.
Yeah, I got a small circle though. I don't really I
You
I
don't need
wish
a
the
big
best for
circle.
every
Yeah.
artist, you know what I'm saying? But I'm like a Pharrell in the game right at this point. Like, I just want to see the greatest in everybody. That's about it.
So, one of the questions I like to ask all my guests is, what are some uh, what are some of the maybe the biggest mistakes you've made as an artist or as a musician, and how can we curb that for the next generation?
Thinking this game is friendly. This game ain't friendly. It's like a dog eat dog. It's like there's so many millionaire, like just a million of music artists in the world. And honestly, I think that the part of standing out, you know what I'm saying? You got to stand out. You have to really stand out. Don't just force it. Be yourself. That's how you stand out, literally. Um, but just stand out. I think that the biggest part was just like, man, overcoming that everybody's not friendly, and it's a business.
It is a business, but I'll add to that. If you find the right people, it can be very friendly.
Oh yeah, for sure. No,
Yeah.
there's a lot of genuine people, but you'll know off top, like you'll match with them, you'll connect with
Yeah,
them,
you'll
you'll
find
know.
out.
Yeah,
You mess around long enough, you'll find out who's who.
yeah, yeah, exactly. Yeah.
So, what is one of the most memorable shows that you've ever done?
Shippensburg, at the Thought Lot. At that time, there was like just a lot of great things happening around me, and there was a bunch of like local artists that came out there just to see me perform, and like these are word of mouth, like they're telling me, and true story. There's some people that actually slept on me. I want to say this real quick. As much as like a lot of artists, their creativity, this might be the most humble and like least humble thing I would say. But when it comes to like creativity, like the artistry, everything in music, nobody's like, I think I have that 100%. And so I've learned when I had these artists come to my show and then kind of sleep on me after that. And then now I'm comparing numbers, and then I'm comparing tickets that are being sold and how many people are at my shows. I realized you just gotta like, man, I got too deep. What was the question again? I'm sorry.
Most memorable shows.
Most memorable, yeah, just the thought out. I think that was just like me coming back, and then I had the whole building say 7 Up, and I don't know why that it was just like mad cool for me. Never done like I never like connected with the audience like that. But it was just a lot of dope people there, and it was just great. It was a bad scamming manager though. So
Mm.
yeah.
We love our managers here.
Yeah.
So, what is off of that? What is one of your funniest or worst experiences to ever happen to you at a show?
Funniest, funniest is probably me forgetting my words. I
What do you
forget
do
them.
when that happens? Because
I,
you played it. I assume you played the tracks.
yeah.
So what do? You just jam out listening to the track, or
Yeah, so I'm working towards like that where I could just do acapella, just leave the beat playing. That's what I've been working on now. But my like I gotta remember my songs. I just start humming. I'll hum what I think it says, and you'll catch it. But I do forget my lyrics sometimes. I'm not gonna lie, and that because of making so much songs, I probably have about probably over 200, less than 300, but out probably almost 100. And so the worst experience is having a show, and I was opening for Jay Critch down in Philly, and the people I was with, just put it like this, I got stuck out there, and true story, I was out there in Philly for 2 days, dead phone, nothing. And so I had got back, but one of Jay Critch's artists send a lift. I mean, was gonna send a lift down, and then but he didn't. They left the studio, and then my sister came like the second day, and then she picked me up. It was like 4 in the morning, but that was probably the worst experience. But I wasn't getting paid for that show, and I was supposed to, so kind of didn't perform.
mm,
Yeah.
isn't it great when you're supposed to be paid for something and you don't get paid for something and you expect to do it anyway?
Yeah, I don't do free shows no more. I don't do no showcases. I don't do nothing like that. I might do like open mic because I want to just like perform my new song or something. But I don't do any free shows at all.
Neither should you.
Yeah,
Anything for I mean, there's a time and a place for free shows, but
for
once you're
sure.
in it,
Yeah, I'll perform like for a certain artist. Like if Kanye West is like, I need a performance.
yeah, right.
Cool.
It's
Yeah.
no free shows unless it's like a top dog, and
Yeah. Yeah.
because then the exposure rule is
Yeah.
very true.
Yeah. Cosigns is very important too.
Oh,
You know.
absolutely.
Yeah.
So here's a question because I know a lot of rappers, they either they either sing to the tracks that they have the lyrics on them already, or they kind of do a karaoke version. Which is your preference?
I actually prefer karaoke version, but because like again, it's not I wouldn't just say I don't do that because I forget my songs, but um I say too much in my songs. So like I need to I'll
Tone it
be
back.
honest, I need to practice on my breath work for sure. Be very honest, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. If I'm gonna go all in, I want to give it like I'm speaking every word on like a Kendrick Lamar. It's crazy because I've been watching like a lot of like live shows to get more inspiration and where I could work on and stuff like that. But even a lot of like big artists don't really do much on the stage. You know what I'm saying? Or they'll have the song still playing. So I don't know.
No, I like the karaoke version because sometimes I and I know this is like a whole thing in the rapping scene. It just it bothers me when people like rap over they're already singing in the track and then they're rapping over and sometimes they don't
Yeah,
line up all the way.
yeah,
I'm like,
yeah,
what are
yeah,
you saying,
definitely.
man? What are you saying?
Yeah.
So tell me what is if if you could collab with anybody in the rapping scene, who would it be and why? If you had to pick one
Um,
person.
I got some works in with some really great big artists from the 90s and like I'm very excited. But but I don't want to say no names yet.
Right, of course.
Yeah, yeah, nah. Sorry.
Theoretically.
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
Right.
yeah. We just waiting for the team to clear their vocals and my team with their team, and we good. Um, hashtag I ain't got a team. I'm actually independent. But I think it would probably be. It sounds crazy, but I would say Kanye. Um, just on a very creative level. Um, man, I could say so much great artists, you know what I'm saying? But I'm actually inspired by like 80s, 90s music. I have a Richie Valens type of track I have on the way. It's called My Darling. Um, man, I would have loved to work with Johnny Cash. So
That would be kind of cool. I know
yeah.
one of the greatest things I enjoy, like Elton John did
Oh
his
yeah.
did his track with Tupac, and
Yeah.
he does tracks with just about anybody,
Yeah, he
and
he
it's
just dropped
crazy.
a recent project and it was like had like Nicki Minaj and like a whole
Right.
bunch of modern day artists.
It's like what the he did one was Britney Spears, and I'm like,
Yeah.
how do you?
Yeah. Oh, JT, Justin Timberlake.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, one of my biggest it sounds crazy, but, like, I'm really into pop music, like, very heavy, like, radio music, so
Mhm.
I would love to work with Justin Timberlake for sure. I know it sounds crazy, very random, Pharrell, of course, but, nobody has pop music like JT, so, like, you know what I mean?
Out of everybody that you listen to, who inspires you the most? Do you think?
Uh, Pharrell,
Pharrell Williams.
yeah.
Is that more of his pop style or more of his?
His pop, but just like the way he carry himself, and he's a very he very great, but he puts himself in positions where he wants the next man greater than him, no matter the cost.
Mm,
And like I respect that. Very selfless, but very selfish at the same time. But he's just very creative. Very creative. If you watch like behind the scenes studio videos with him and artists, and he's just like, one more time, nah, one more time, nah, I'm not satisfied. And like I like that. I like that.
so you know the city scene pretty well, musician
Yeah.
wise. Who are some of the artists that you think are slept on around here?
There's this kid named Unknown.
I
Um,
just got a message from him the other day.
yeah, he's dope. He's one of the dopest artists out here for sure.
He markets himself as Lank's worst artist.
Yeah, yeah.
Though.
Oh man, he's gonna love that you just brought that up. That's gonna make his day. Unknown. Um, there's a bunch of artists. You know what I'm saying? I really want to work with. There's some good artists out here. I'm just not trying to name drop too much.
That's fair.
At the moment, yeah,
That's very fair.
yeah.
I think because then people be mad. Why did you mention me?
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah,
I don't
yeah.
want to
No, I
forget
get it.
nobody. But Unknown, that's like my brother. Like I'm with him. We talk daily. He's checking up on me. How's everything? Yo, you I hope you have a good day. I hope you're having a, you know what I'm saying, good healing for the rest of it. He just tapped in. You know what I'm saying?
So, you're a Christian, right?
I'm me. I
You're
believe
me.
in God.
Okay.
Yeah.
So the question I like to ask everybody, no matter whatever faith they are, what is worship to you?
Very, very deep. I mean, when I like pray, I don't know. I have a different like I don't know. I'll be honest with you, like I'm probably gonna get a little personal with y'all, but like I feel like I was just here just for whatever God has me here for, and that's it. Ain't nothing else to it. Which is including my kids and stuff like that. You know, I'm a very great father. I balance everything. Um, so there's no excuses for really anybody to be honest. But I think just man, I just have this certain personal connection with God, and every time I even write a melody or anything, I thank God first before anything. I don't know. I I I think that's a question that just could just get never ending. You know what I'm saying?
Hmm.
Um, I believe in God for sure.
So, as a father, what do you want most for your kids?
I just want the greatest. I just want to lead them. That's it. And I see them as like young kings and queens. You know what I'm saying? So um I don't know. I have two boys and a 4-year-old daughter. So it's very important, you know.
Do they listen to your music at all?
Yeah, they're like my number one fans.
What do
Yeah.
they think? What you see them dancing around to it?
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, yeah. They dance to it for sure.
Do
Yeah.
do
A
you
lot of
think?
the young kids.
How old's your oldest?
She's 4.
Oh, it's 4. Okay,
Yeah, my youngest son, he's 1. So,
gotcha. So, okay, my next question was gonna be my next question was gonna be if they were older, do any of them show any interest in doing music themselves? But I guess
yeah.
at 4,
Yeah. Hopefully.
kind of doing everything at 4.
Yeah. Hopefully for sure one day, but it's a scary journey. So
Oh, for sure.
I don't really want them to.
Yeah, right, of
Yeah.
course.
Yeah.
So, last question. Well, I got two more questions.
Yeah.
What is one of the best pieces of advice that you could give anybody within the music industry?
The road is yours. And every decision that you make, even to the tiniest ever decision, makes a huge impact for your future events to come. And so like just move smart. Don't trust everybody. Trust some, trust people to be who they are. You know what I'm saying? And just be yourself. Just be yourself. And don't let the no's get you out the way. Don't let the people tell you it's a hobby. Don't let the people tell you could do something better than that. If that's your greatest you could do, make sure that's your greatest that you could do then.
And that to add on to that, everything you do, not everyone's gonna like what you do the same as others, right?
Yeah.
So if you put out one song that this one particular person likes a lot, but you put out another song that that person doesn't like at all, that doesn't matter because it's
Yeah.
gonna your music is gonna find your
Yeah.
audience.
Yes. Yo. Oh my God. Right on the dot. Yo.
So and you mentioned every little last decision, even hitting the snooze button,
Yeah.
it will affect you.
Yeah. What time is it right now? Look, we live at 11:16. I got here at what, like 10 a.m.
Mm-hmm.
Hitting the snooze button.
Hitting
We working.
it.
We working.
Yeah, but it's so true. And don't be afraid to just ask,
Yeah.
right? Because the worst somebody could ever say is no,
No.
and that's okay. You're gonna have your no's, but you're never gonna have a yes if you don't ask.
Oh yeah, for sure.
So, and last question: where can people find you and your music at?
Okay. And I want to say one more answer to that
Sure, go
last
for it.
question. You got to always learn. Like
Oh
always
yeah,
learn. Even if you know everything, just keep learning.
even if you think you know
Yeah,
everything,
exactly. Yo,
you
yo.
don't.
Nah, nah.
There's
I was
there's
about to say
always there's always
something.
somebody ahead of you.
Yeah, yo. But you said where can I Kid Rose everywhere. Roses in February out now. All platforms, XOXO, all platforms. And XOXO2 on the way.
And you have a link tree for everybody. Is that Kid Rose too?
Yeah, official Kid Rose.
So be sure to check him out all there. He's got his new album coming out. And he's got a lot of other projects. What shows do you have coming up?
Launch Music Conference, April 14th. I perform at 9. It's gonna be dope. It's gonna be beautiful. It's $15 a ticket. Definitely do pop out for sure.
So my name is Corey Rosen. And do you have anything else you want to say before we head out?
Nah, definitely.
My name is Corey Rosen. This is the Story Podcast. If you want to find out more about me and the stuff I do, you can go over to CoreyRosenProductions.com. There you can find out about my personal projects as well as the Story Podcast, where you can check out all previous 146 guests with more to come. This Thursday, we have the Lancaster Bible College's own The Trust, where they have their own, the old Fulton Bank downtown.
Yeah,
Yeah, they turned that into a gorgeous venue where they bring in a lot of classical elements, a lot of world renowned musicians. So I get to talk to them about how they got that gig and how they book people there. And the Friday we have Dustin LeBlanc. He is one of the executive producers at West Shore Theater over the way towards Harrisburg. There's incredible shows over there, and we get to learn about how do you run a movie theater as well as a showing venue too, because it's a dual thing. They do movies and actual shows there. Then this Saturday we got Colt Wilbur, is an incredible country artist, and next Monday we have Amber Nadine. She is a cool acoustic girl coming out from the Harrisburg area as well, and we got a lot of cool things coming up. We have the Songwriter Studio coming out, That is a show where I grab 3 or 4 musicians together in this room, and we are tasked with creating a song under an hour.
Oh, that's dope.
Yeah, so I'm really excited for that. We got some big names attached to that I'm really excited. It's like Stephen Courtney, uh, Conrad Fisher wants to be a part of it. Hunter Root wants to be a part of it. Cody Tyler, so many people want to be a part of that, and I want you to be a part of it too because it's going to be an incredible uh, time. We also do our single and album reviews. You can go over on the website and submit for that. So if you want your singles or albums reviewed by other musicians in the area and get some constructive criticism, you can be sure to do that as well. With all that said, I hope you go. Oh, we have our first ever event, April 23rd. That's a Sunday over at Switchboard Studios. We're having our own little award show where we're having guests from the past year perform for sets, and we're giving away little awards for that. So that'll be a really fun time. My first ever event, with more to come. With all that said, I hope you guys have a wonderful rest of your day, and we will see you guys later.
Yes, sir.
Bye.